Welcome to Zig and Vine. Nope. Welcome to Figuring Out Homestead Life with Ginny and Allison.
Hi, Allison.
Hi, Ginny. How are you today?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Nice and warm.
I know, yeah. Oh, nice sweatshirt. Reppin'. Yeah, I busted out my tank top today. It's actually nice and sunny. We're on a streak, I think this is day 3 with no rain. So
what's coming your way?
yeah, we're not gonna have rain tomorrow, but
yes,
I'll take it.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to have rain tomorrow too. And then I don't know if it's supposed to rain on Saturday, but Sunday's supposed to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I was hoping Luke was gonna work on our roof this weekend, but right now Saturday has 50% chance of rain. So
yes.
I don't think he's gonna want to open up the roof with those odds. We'll have to see. I'm hoping it changes.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to want to do that unless they go down, or if you check the radar,
the hourly,
the Doppler. Yeah.
So what's been going on with you this past week?
Let's see. Last night we put up 130 bales of hay, square bales of hay, and they're out in the field right now picking up the round bales that they take with them. So yeah, bales of hay, campers. Our goat yoga season has come to an end.
Ah. Oh, is that good?
Well,
it's a lot of work.
It's good because it's kind of like, not that we relax anyway. I mean, we were outside until 9 o'clock last night, so
yeah.
It just means we get to shift our focus onto finishing up some projects and collecting more logs for Randy to mill. Collecting. It's as simple as collecting logs.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with, picking a tree and cutting it down and dragging it to where he needs to cut it into the specific sections, and and then stacking piles of logs. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Easy peasy.
That's it. No, nothing big. No big deal. Yeah. What about you?
I've just been doing a lot of canning. I've been doing tomatoes the past 2 days. I made a bunch of salsa yesterday. Started making sauce today.
Your salsa looks so good.
It came out pretty good. Yeah, it's got a zip to it for sure. Because I tasted it, I'm like, I don't know if it's spicy enough. And then I had these like cherry bomb peppers or something they were called. And I know when I got all the stuff from this like local farm, and it said like caution very hot. So I'm like, let me put in just like 2, because it was a big, like pot of it. So I'm like, I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. Let me just throw in 2. And I was like, okay, we're done. This is good now. No more peppers.
Will Luke be able to eat it? Does he like spicy?
We already had some last night.
Okay.
So
cool.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Oh, actually, I did something kind of cool that I've never tried before so when I made the salsa, I did like blanch them and take the skins off and all that jazz. And I put just the skins that I saved them, and I put them in the dehydrator. And then I ground them up into like tomato powder. So I've never done that before. Have you done that?
I have not. What would you use the tomato skin powder for?
I think like if I was just making like a pizza, you could just mix it with some water because it's just like concentrated tomato flavor.
Okay.
Or maybe like in place of tomato paste.
Okay. That would be cool.
Stuff like that. Or throwing it in like a soup if I just want some extra flavor. So I'm thinking stuff like that.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, it was kind of cool because instead of just like whatever, I don't know, it was something I was gonna throw away anyways. So I don't know. I saw someone posted on their Instagram. I was like, I'm gonna try that and see if it works, and it did.
Cool. The whole tomato.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I have done no canning. We're gonna decide if we're gonna go pick apples this year or not. If we can find a place, because a couple places got hit hard by a late frost. I think we talked about this last week. So
yeah, that's sad.
Yeah. What else is going on? yeah, I think that, I mean, yeah, no canning for me.
Yeah. I also made pickled beets for the first time. So
How'd they come
see
out?
I haven't tried. I didn't try them. I
So
just put them away.
you like beets to begin with.
Yes.
Okay.
I
I'm not a
usually
fan.
Oh, you don't like them at all?
They taste like dirt to me.
I mean, yeah, they are earthy, but like, because even Luke likes them, which I'm kind of surprised
Okay.
that Luke likes them. But
Mhm.
like, if I roast them, just with like salt and pepper, or sometimes I'll use the mandolin and I'll like have like little
Oh.
tiny circles, like skinny circles, and
Mhm.
I'll put them in like a saucepan and I'll with like olive oil and butter and stuff. And that's good. They get like almost like caramelized,
Okay.
I think, because they're so skinny and
Mhm.
there is a lot of sugar in them.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Okay. I am not rolling my eyes at you, just so you know. Um, the the big screen is up, and so I'm looking at the computer. Your video froze.
I was
Are you
gonna
still
say
there?
you're actually frozen.
Ah, as are you.
Uh-oh.
That's
Hopefully it's
okay.
a flattering shot.
Your eyes are closed.
Oh.
So I am not rolling my eyes at you. I just keep glancing up at the TV screen. Um, and I'm boring you to death because you're sleeping. So yeah, we'll have to see how the recording comes out,
Yeah,
the video
interesting.
recording.
I can see myself moving around. Oh, now you
Yeah.
moved
Oh,
again.
same. I was moving, you were frozen. So
Yeah, that's funny.
yeah, yeah. And I can see like here. You want me to come down here so we can both be
I know my thing. I gotta get like books and like stack it up.
a little bit, yeah. Um, so we are getting ready in a couple weeks, 2 weeks. We're going to be processing turkeys. So at that point, I will be doing some canning because we're going to try to can some turkey.
Oh, okay.
So yes, because
That'll be
freezer
cool.
space is at a premium.
Yeah, we actually picked up a used freezer last night because I was nervous because we're getting
Yeah,
beef from you, and then we're getting the half a pig, and then we have the 16 chickens. So I was like, what am
yeah.
I gonna do if we like don't have enough freezer space? So I found one on Craigslist for like $130. So
Cool.
I'm like, let's just go pick it up. And it's like an upright one with nice shelves in it. So it seems like it'll be nice to keep everything somewhat organized in there.
Yeah. So how much did you say?
135.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's older, but that I don't know. The guy was like, "I'll turn it on for you so you can see it working." I'm like, "It's fine." Like I just sound like the fact that he was like gonna turn it on for me. I'm like, "I'm sure it works."
Yeah, that's cool.
So, yeah.
Are you gonna can any of your chicken that you're gonna process?
I don't know. So cuz I finally listened to that episode of Nourishing Tradition. Is it what Ancestral Kitchen?
Yes.
With that lady, I think you were telling me about her. She's from Texas.
Hmm.
And they were talking about pressure canning and stuff. And like, I think I want to get into like pressure canning meals.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like so it's just like a ready meal. So I
Yeah,
might do that with some of the chicken,
that's a good
like
idea.
chicken soup, or I don't know. I'm sure there's many different things I don't even know that you can
Yeah. Chicken
can up.
enchiladas.
Yeah, because I do freeze. Like if I make a big thing of soup, I'll freeze the extra, but then it's frozen. So it's not like you can just like pop it open and it's like ready to go, you
Yeah.
know? Plus, like I freezer space is kind of like a premium. So,
Yeah. Yep. Yes. Yes, it
but
is.
yeah, I don't know. So we'll see.
Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, that's all I have. I like for offhand topics. Um, it's raining here, 66 degrees and rain, and it's sweatshirt weather, and fall
Definitely.
is definitely in the air. I don't know if
Mhm.
you've noticed any of your trees up there.
Yep.
We've got a few that are changing, and
Yeah.
I did take a drive up to Canisius, and I purchased a stainless steel sink for the education space.
Oh, cool.
And on my drive, I was noticing the trees. It's like I mean, it's just a few, so it's not like it's season at all. But we have a couple on the property that I'm watching this one section of maple trees, and I'm like, is the tree dying, or is it just changing colors early?
Yeah, because I have noticed too, like all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it's like dark already. Like it seems like it happened so quickly. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, wait, it's like 8:15 and it's pitch black. Like what happened?
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, it is sad. So today we're talking about
Pantry, like pantry organization, pantry tips, pantry stuff.
yeah, where you purchase your pantry items from.
Yes.
Yeah,
All
cool.
pantry related.
All right. So let's talk about pantries in general. So for us, we don't actually have like a walk-in pantry. We have pantry cupboards. So ours is all cupboard based. I have like the day-to-day pantry cupboard, and then I have like a baking cupboard that houses my sugar and flour and baking accoutrements. And then I have another cupboard that has oils and teas and stuff. And I hope you can't hear the dogs. For the person that posted the comment, I do apologize. It is not our intent to annoy people with barking dogs. So thank you for listening. Yes.
Be sequestered, it's fine.
Yeah, hopefully she's not too loud. I have my earbud in and she's behind the door. And the truck is, what's that?
It's banished, hidden away.
Banished. Yeah. Well, she's banished with her buddy Lucky, so they're together. Yeah. So, and your pantry looks like?
Well, so we don't have a lot of storage space in our house because it is an old home. So like we don't even have like upper cabinets or anything like that in the kitchen. You know, the kitchen's, it's a good sized kitchen, but there's only lower cabinets, which that I have to put on my pots and pans and like, you know, stuff like that in there. So it's kind of like, it almost looks like a closet, but it bumps out. So half of that, I have my pantry items that I use like every day, like all the time that I'm just grabbing. Cause then the other half, I have to store all of our like plates, cups, bowls, all that. So I only have like half of a cupboard thing for my in the kitchen pantry.
Yes.
So then in like the addition of our house, I just bought like a cheap like metal wire rack that you know, for like $50 from Walmart or whatever. And I have like my more bulk stuff on there. And then any like canning stuff or like anything I'm preserving, Luke built me that jelly cabinet. So I have that all in there. So it's all, it's kind of like all over the joint, but it is like, I just have to stick stuff where I can, like other stuff in the laundry room. Like I just have to find like little spaces to put different things.
Yeah, so we store our extra stuff. We have some metal cabinets in the basement. So like when I can stuff, the applesauce and apple juice and stuff goes into a cabinet, a metal cabinet down in the basement. And then like my empty canning jars go down there too. So.
Yeah, I wish we had a basement. That would even be helpful, but we don't even have that. So it's a little tricky.
Yes. So add that to your list of when you're looking for a property.
Yeah. So the list is already real long.
Yeah. Also, as far as pantry goes, it kind of is along the same line as a pantry. Is we don't have a root cellar, but we're trying to build one into the lower part of the silo in the barn. So
yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, that's on the project list.
Yeah, that'll be really cool though when you have that.
Yeah. Yes. When we have that, and then we actually have the garden going, and we have carrots and tomatoes and onion. Well, we do have onions. We pulled up onions. Tuesday.
Cool.
So it'll be nice to have the space for those down there.
Yeah. Yeah. And will it be like how or will it be protected from like critters?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We're gonna put a door on it, and so the top will be the ceiling is the base of the silo now because it's
Yeah.
all wood. And then so no critters can get in from the top. Now they can only get in through the door opening, and we have to build the door.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do have my barn, but I'm like, there's so many animals in there. I'm just like, I don't need to. I have like chicken feed in there right now, and I'm just like praying, like, please, nothing like get
Yeah.
into the into the chicken feed.
Do you keep your chicken feed in metal cans?
I do like the stuff that's like in the chicken coop and like outside by the chicken tractor.
Okay.
So I don't have enough like storage containers. So it's just in the bags, but it's in the workshop part at least.
Okay.
It's not like the barn. It's like the in between. So I'm
Okay.
probably like pressing my luck with it, but I'm just hoping it.
You taking up some of Luke's space there, are you?
Well, he doesn't need it. He's not using it right now. He's
Okay.
busy.
Yeah. Well, you've been here, so you've seen that we keep our feed. We have the bulk feed we keep, it's not really in bulk. The bags of feed we keep in bins, like wooden crates. And then the feed that we're feeding to the animals, we have the metal garbage cans
Mhm.
with the metal lid because typically rats and mice cannot chew through those.
Yeah, that's what I have mine in outside, or I have like scratch and like it's a plastic like 5 gallon bucket, and it's been
Okay.
fine so far because it's in the chicken coop too. It's not like outside, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
anyways,
Yes.
we're getting away from we're getting away from pantries.
Yep. Okay. Back to pantry stuff. So yeah, that's where we keep our stuff.
So, do you have any kind of system to like help you stay organized or?
So technically, no. Besides, my system is my husband.
I was gonna say, I thought when I was there, he was showing me like labels or something on the outside of each area.
So when we buy sugar and flour, rice, oats, things in bulk, things we buy in bulk, and we have color. He spray painted the rings that go on top of the. We store our items in ball canning jars, the half-gallon ball canning jars. So the ring that goes on the top is spray painted a color that corresponds with, say, sugar is red, flour is a black. That's not right. That's not actually what it is. But he spray paints some different colors to identify. And then in the pantry cupboard, we keep like 3 jars of each item in the bottom of that cupboard. And then up in my wall cabinet that I'm actually using for baking or cooking, it goes up there when it's in use. Does
Okay.
did that answer your
Yeah, so
question?
then you can like look in, you're like, okay, I have like 10 jars of blue, so that's whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that seems helpful.
Yes. And we do keep a spreadsheet. We do keep a spreadsheet and we go through and we inventory. It's like, okay, how much of this do we have? Do we need to buy flour this month? Yeah.
Yeah, I am like not that organized and it's like an issue. So I don't have a good system. And I think part of the problem is I have stuff in so many different places. So sometimes I have an issue with like, I think I don't have something because it's not in the one place I looked. I didn't look in the other areas.
Mhm.
And I get it. And then I'm like, wait, I already had this. So yeah, that is an issue for me with like my overstock items. So yeah, I need to get better at that. And like even the stuff I've been canning, I again have not done any kind of like record of I've canned 12 pints of salsa. Is this enough? Whatever. So my idea to at least help with this is like when I'm done with my bulk canning, which will probably be like in a couple weeks when I'm done with all my tomatoes, is I'm just gonna make a master list of what I have
Yeah.
and then hopefully that'll like kind of make up for it. But
So one thing that we do is that we also have a notebook. So we at least write down, like, this isn't necessarily I guess it kind of is pantry items. Like when we process chickens, we write down how many we processed and what the weight of each one is. When we can, like a thing of a 50 pound bag of, when we jar up a 50-pound bag of flour, we write down how many jars it was and the date that we did it,
yeah,
to help keep track of, how much are we using in a year.
right.
So
Yeah,
but we do that together. I don't know if Luke
no.
just stays out of the kitchen.
Yeah. So that's I mean, yeah, so that's it. It's all me really to like manage. So I need to get better at it though. I need to have a better system.
I wouldn't do it. So personally, I would not keep as good of a track if I didn't have Randy's help.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you can
Because it's
tell
a
Luke.
lot. It's like one other thing to like keep on top of, So, and like a lot of times when I'm done, like canning or doing whatever, I just want to be done. Like I don't want to, okay, well, let's get out the notebook and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I'm just done. Like,
I'm done. Put it away.
yeah, like
Clean
I
up the
did all,
kitchen. I'm done.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I do need to get better at it because it's like wasteful. Like if I'm buying too much stuff and then what if it goes bad and it's just not good. So
Yeah.
yeah, I probably need a dedicated like notebook, like you're saying, and just
Yeah.
try to do that. So
Even just like a little composition notebook.
right.
They're on sale
Like
now. Everybody's going back to school.
yes, I think I just heard they're like 35 cents at Staples.
Woohoo! Yeah.
So
Yes.
okay. Yeah, because even yeah, oh, wait, what was I gonna say? Yeah, because my only like process right now is throughout the month, like I'll have like an ongoing cart for where I'm ordering stuff from. That's like my only real process. So
Okay.
but
Just
if I
keeping
don't
track
have
of, yeah.
yeah, but if I don't have an accurate idea, I'm just adding stuff to the cart that I don't need to be adding to the cart. So
Do you go back and look through previous orders?
no. I could though. Because they do have that history.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Not that I do not do things perfectly. Let me just confession. I am just as guilty of buying something that we already have as everybody else.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yes.
Where are you mostly getting your stuff from?
So the stuff we buy in bulk, we go up to the we call it the Amish Light store. We go up to it's near Penyan. Not that anybody listening knows exactly where that is. It's the Oak Hill Bulk Foods. So we buy in bulk from them. We also buy some things from Sam's Club. And that's mostly it. Because they even sell the Oak Hill Bulk Foods, they even sell the ball canning jars. And usually their prices are really good. Although I've noticed since COVID, their prices have gone way up.
Yeah.
On the jars.
Well, jars are expensive kind of now. It's like $12.99 for the package of jars down by me. I don't know what it is up there.
Is that the quarts or the half gallons?
The quarts.
Okay. I want to say the half gallons, the 6-pack of half gallons, it was like 14 something for the longest time. And I haven't looked lately. I want to say it's close to $20, which is still a really good price for 6 half-gallon canning jars.
Azure just started making their own jars, and I'm gonna order some just to like see how they are.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like I'd have to price compare to like what they are for like ball jars or whatever.
Yeah. We did order some canning lids for the first time from 4 Jars.
Oh, okay. They were at the Homestead Festival, those people?
Yes. I've never purchased them from them and we haven't used them yet because like I said, I haven't been doing any canning.
Yeah.
but when we process the turkeys, I'll be using those. We were due to purchase new ones anyway.
Yeah.
And Randy was going to order them off Amazon. And I said, I would like to support a company that makes their lids in the United States.
Yeah.
So they were a little bit more expensive than the ones from Amazon, which are not from the continental United States.
Was it the Ball brand that you were gonna buy, or?
No, they were not the Ball brand. He was just going to buy whatever
Yeah.
off Amazon.
Yeah.
Which
I haven't even been able to find Ball brand lids lately. So
that's odd, you know.
yeah, they all have this brand. It's called like, I think it's Pure, or it might just be PUR.
Oh yeah.
So that's all I've been able to get, like
Okay.
locally, like in the hardware store, wherever I usually go to get stuff like that. So
Okay. Where
yeah.
do you buy all of your goods from?
Well, for pantry stuff, well, I buy all my bulk stuff from Azure Standard,
Okay.
which if people don't know what that is, it's like um they sell to like families or whoever, like individuals, but it's kind of a food share, where like in the sense that you have like a particular drop that you would be assigned to based on your location, and that drop collectively needs to meet a certain minimum in order for them to drive to the drop. But I think the minimum's pretty low. Like our drop is huge. There's like 30 people there. So I don't see how we would never not make the minimum. So when you just go and you meet at a location and you get your products like right off the back of the semi truck. So it's supposed to like kind of take out the middleman, you know, because you're not paying the store overhead or whatever. You're just buying it straight from them. And they have their own products that they sell, like their own Azure brand, or you can buy, you know, whatever, like if it's mostly organic food that they sell. So, but you can buy all the like name brands of, you know, cleaner foods and products, cleaning products. They sell feed, animal feed. There, you know, fruits, vegetables. They sell really everything. So
Cool.
that's mostly where I get it from. I do go to like Trader Joe's for vegetables and stuff like that. Maybe like frozen, like seafood and stuff I get there. And then, you know, in season, there's a lot of local farm stands and stuff around that I'll go to. So,
Yes.
but mostly Azure. That's, well, all my meats, I don't know if that's Pantry. I get my meats from like a farm share thing too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I do have a code.
You do have a code. She has a code.
I have a code for Azure if anyone wants to look at it. Because it like, I think you only need to order like $50 worth of stuff. It's not like you need to order, you know, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
if you use
wait. Get out your pens and papers, folks.
Well, I don't know. We're going to have to share the link.
Oh, okay. Put your pens and papers down.
We'll have to put the link out. Yeah. It's probably some like wicked long thing.
We'll share the link in the show notes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. It's nice. It's our family owned company. So.
Okay. Where are they based out of? Do you know?
Oregon.
Okay.
It might be Washington State. It's one of the two. It's out on the West Coast.
Okay. We actually have campers here right now from Oregon.
Do they call it Oregon?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Yeah, because I think Oregon Trail. I feel like that's how they said it in the game. I don't know.
I don't know. They're actually the second campers that we've had from Oregon. I'm gonna say Oregon.
That's how I say it, Oregon. Now it sounds wrong. Let's stop saying it.
Okay. And then we also had some campers from Portugal.
Oh, wow.
They went to New York City. They toured around New York City for a couple of days. And then they came here.
That's crazy.
And then they went to Niagara Falls. So we are a good stop between the city and Niagara Falls.
Yeah, but that's fun. So is that your first like international camper that you know of?
No. We have had, I'm trying to think of where that couple was from. There was a younger couple. I don't know if it was Germany, Denmark,
Oh,
Germany. We've had quite a few. Actually, yeah, and we get a lot of Middle Eastern visitors
okay.
too.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always a unique experience. Back to
Yeah.
pantry talk though.
So
Squirrel.
yeah. So all right. So we kind of went over like how you store your stuff. You store most of it in mason jars.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a lot of mason jars or like yeah, I have like a big plastic tote. I have like
Mhm.
rodent issues, so I have to make sure everything's like really protected.
Yeah. If
Most
sorry,
no, go ahead.
if we're talking like long term storage, we will store things in Mylar bags
Mm-hmm.
with oxygen absorbers because it helps things last a very long time.
Oxygen
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
absorbers.
I
I've never
believe you
used those, but I've
froze.
been to high. Hopefully that'll help. Frozen again
Okay.
too. I don't know.
I don't either.
Poor internet.
Technology is having a rough day.
Probably me. I wonder if it's because it's raining.
I don't know.
I hear that sometimes when it's raining, it makes everything messed
Interference.
up. I don't know.
Yeah.
So do you have any like tips on how to not run out of food or is that an
How to-
issue for you? What do you struggle with most? Like over ordering, under ordering, or
What I struggle with the most, in actuality, what I struggle with the most is using what we have and not taking a shortcut and going out for fast food.
okay.
That is our big struggle because when we're in the busy summer months, I'm saying summer months, it's so easy just to like be outside working all day and me not having like prepared anything. And not that I'm the one who has to prepare it, but that's how our household works.
Yeah.
Randy does a lot of really hard labor, and I kind of feel like the least I can do is prepare him a meal or prepare us a meal.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm out there with them and it's just like the day has gotten away. It's like, oh, what's for dinner? Looks like we're hitting drive-through, which
Right.
that really has to stop. It's like I have got to get better. And I'm not saying for him it has to stop. For me, it has to stop.
Mhm.
So I'm at the age in life where I'm going through some things and fast food is not helping.
Right. Right.
So yeah. What about
Yeah.
you guys?
I would say my biggest struggle is probably over ordering. So I think I need to get better organized. Like I do have stuff like somewhat, well, I try to like at least put like, okay, this is all my baking stuff. These are all the oils. This is all this. Like I try to have that at least all together, but I just, yeah, I need to get a better system in place to not overbuy. Cause
So
then,
question. Go ahead.
no, go
Sorry.
ahead.
No,
Yeah.
you go.
I was just gonna say, because then I'm just like wasting our money and it's silly. So
Okay. So my question for you is that whole, it's like, can we go an episode without talking about Jill Winger? Apparently not. So that planner that you got,
yeah,
does it have anything like that in there?
I
Like a
think so.
pantry planning?
Probably. Yeah, it probably does. It has a whole pantry kitchen section. I'm sure it does. Just need to use it.
Just throwing that out there. Just
Having
tossing
it
it out.
doesn't do it for me. Apparently, I need to actually utilize it.
Oh. If you said to Luke, "Hey Luke, I can use some help on this," would
I don't know.
well,
Maybe it depends on the day.
yeah, yeah, and it is. I mean, it is your house is your kitchen, so
Yeah, that's because like your household, that's how our like this, like the kitchen, the food, all that. That's like my domain. I do all the food shopping, all that jazz. So
yeah.
he would probably be like, I don't even know where any of this stuff is. I don't know what it is. Like,
I just need you
So.
to take notes.
Yeah. Yeah. You might help me with it as like a little project one day.
Yeah, he can be your scribe.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Do you have any other like tips or tricks or anything you wanted to mention or?
Tips or tricks. Don't let it sit out. Once you get it home from the store, that's my tip. Once you get it home from the store, get it put away. So
Yeah.
it's not out staring at you. Speaking from personal experience. There's a bag of flour that's staring at me that it's like, that needs to get put away.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So I guess mine is, which might help with like maybe with like what you were saying your struggle was with not using stuff that you have, is I do try to make the pantry and like where I'm storing my stuff be aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
So that when I look in it, I'm like, oh, look at how beautiful this is. I want to use all this stuff. So, you know, I have like a cute little like it's not even cute, but I like the way it looks. Like in the glass jar, I have this little label maker. It's just like an old school one. So it's kind of like charming looking. I find it. It's just, you know, whatever. That's me. I'm kind of goofy. But so it just like looks cute to me to like see it all lined up with their little labels or whatever. So then I like want to use the stuff, you
Yes.
know? So that I find helpful.
I did something similar in my baking pantry, my spices last
Yeah.
year. I changed out, actually, it was this year. It was earlier this year. I changed out all of my little spice jars to these matching glass with bamboo lids.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went the next size up for the like the baking soda and salt and stuff. It's all in with little chalk stickers to
Yeah.
write on what's in it. So yeah, it is nice to have aesthetically appealing
Yeah.
items.
Then I don't know. Then you're just like, oh, I want to use all this stuff. Or like when I have like fresh produce, I like to lay it out like on the counter so I can see it because it looks pretty. And then I'm like, oh, I want to cook with it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking I should go braid those onions
Yeah. That'll
before
be
Randy
nice.
cuts the tops off, and then
Yeah,
I
I have
can't.
to grade some at least.
No, don't cut the tops off. Yeah.
All right. So do you have anything else you wanted to add or?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good too.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had kicked around a topic for next week.
Yeah, I saw you added it to our thing.
Yeah.
What did you title it? What was the
It was was it the comparison one?
comparison? Yes. It's like the comparison trap.
The comparison trap. I am
Yeah.
looking forward to that conversation.
Yes, that'll be good because that is a struggle with, I'm sure, everybody to some extent. So,
Yes, to some extent.
yeah, that'll be good.
Unless you just don't look at anything.
Yeah, which how can you, I don't know how you can even do that at this day and age. It's hard. So,
It's
yeah.
all out there. Yep. Yeah. So next week we'll talk about the comparison trap.
Awesome. So thank you everyone for listening. If you did enjoy, if you could give us a rating, that would be great, or subscribe. If you can do that too, I believe you can on podcast players. We're also on Instagram, Figuring Out Homestead Life. You can also find Allison on Instagram at Zig and Vine Homestead, and I am Mrs. White Homemade Life. You can watch the video episode of the podcast on Allison's YouTube, which is Zig and Vine Homestead. So find us on all of the places. That would be great. We appreciate it. And we